Trying to hate up on the gang cause we got that main bitch doing horse shit. If we from the south, we'll pull up to the north court. Baby off the shrooms, now she laughing and she snorting. I just backed the porch, she gorgeous. Let her chill up in the section, now she feeling poorly in the strip with 100 bands. We be on some Porsche. She jealous cause I hit her praying, now she wants some more dick. Nigga, left her with the chatty face. I ain't poppy to her, but I make her call me daddy. Hey, Brody, real nigga took the charge, Shane Batty. Bands make her ass clap. Hey, do you actually got this downloaded on your phone?
What downloaded?
Like Miles Bridges.
No, I don't personally.
Yeah, you need to get that downloaded, man.
When are we starting? So are you live on YouTube or what?
Yeah, we live on YouTube.
So what do we? I thought we was recording a video.
Live.
Okay, so like, are people in here or what?
Yeah, they coming in. We got 11 people in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, first of all, before I get started, man, free YSL, free Thug. You know, I seen that last night, man. I almost threw up on myself, man. What's up with, man? You know how I feel about Thug. He the GOAT.
Bro, they both out of there. They going to jail for at least. I feel like Gunna straight potentially because I heard he got caught just with like association and like the fact that he be repping YSL, but Thug, I heard he's out of there, man.
Yeah, man. The RICO charges. They say when the feds come, they already got a case. They're not making a case. They already got it.
But that's the thing. Same thing happened to 6ix9ine, bro. Like, but he snitched and he had money too, so he was able to get out the situation. But if you still notice, he still did some time.
Yeah, so, man. I feel like Thug got some money too. Hopefully, those execs can work something out, man. For real. How was your day, bro? How was your day?
I mean, it's pretty same old, man. Just really chilling, cooking, vibing, enjoying this Texas weather, man. You know,
I had a crazy day. A kid smacked me, bro.
For real?
Yeah, you know, I volunteer at a school sometimes. A kid smacked me, literally, like smacked me, bro.
Wait, what grade? What grade?
Like 8th grader.
I be trying to tell you, bro. Middle school is like the worst. Like anybody who's been to middle school, bro, like I feel like it's the worst experience.
Bro, literally smacked me. Like, I wish I can get the video and send it to you. Like, literally smacked me, bro. It was crazy. It was insane. I almost lost my mind. Real talk, bro.
You hit him back or what?
We ain't gonna talk about all that. That's just insane to me, man. At that point, I realized I gotta get the hell up out of there. Trying to do some good. But let's get to our first topic. Hey, everybody that's tuned in right now, we got the number below. You can call in. Please do not call in with no BS. We stand on topic. I'm going to put the topic on the screen. The first topic is Zion Harmon. Y'all know how I feel about Zion Harmon, man. One of the best middle school basketball players I've ever seen play. I've been covering middle school basketball for about 8 years. And when I first stepped on the scene, he was the #1 player in the country. And when I tell you that everywhere he went, he showed that he was #1. If you follow him on Instagram, it's some stuff going on that I'm very concerned about. And like I made a video and told you guys, there's rumblings out there that he was laced and diagnosed with schizophrenia. So that's a very touchy subject to me because, like I said, a lot of kids, a lot of youth are smoking weed. And I feel like anybody can be laced because sometimes kids smoke and they don't know what's in the blunt. And that's why I came on my video and I said, if you didn't see him roll it, don't smoke it. But the best way to avoid all of that is not to do drugs at all. Juice, you got any elaboration on the Zion Harmon situation? Man, I know you've been looking at it from afar.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like everything you just said. Like me, I've never smoked in my life, so I'm not really worried about none of that. Really, like I don't put myself in those types of situations, so I'm not really like worried about that. But I mean, it sucks, bro. Like that's tough. Like that's sad, you know, like because he'd had a lot of potential like in the sport, you know, and just seeing like what he's posting like on social media, his Instagram stories, and like, you know, the fact that people are making like what happened to Zion Harmon videos now, you know, like, and that's the topic, you know, is that the fact that I guess rumored that he got laced, you know, like that sucks, bro. So, you know, I'm personally praying for him. Like, hopefully he gets better. Like Zion Harmon, like we here for you, bro. So yeah, man, it's tough.
734, you on the line with D-Rich TV. We talking about Zion Harmon. You got anything to say? 734.
Yeah, man. I just think that athletes need to just stay off of drugs, man. I heard that's really what happened. I'm from Kentucky. My friend plays for Western Kentucky, and I think I think it's truth. Pre-roll is nothing he could do.
I feel like nowadays, man, honestly, the best thing to do if you're gonna smoke weed is to go to the dispensary.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Or watch your friends rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But
can you talk about that area that he's in Kentucky? I heard it's a lot of on Bowling Green. It seemed like it's a lot of the other race out there, and they say maybe they got a hold of him. What do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely. Kentucky is known for being a racist state. And not racist, but I definitely know Zion Harmon was very popular growing up. I used to watch his Ball His Life videos and seeing what happened, man. That kind of hurt a kid. Somebody that highlights you used to watch before a game and try and do some of the same stuff and see something like that happen. That's unfortunate, man. I'm praying for him.
Do you think he can bounce back?
No, I know a lot of people who've been laced, and man, they just ain't never been the same. Like the McDonald's All-American, like he like 7 foot. He just went to UD Mercy, man. It's crazy.
What's his name?
I forgot his name. He's a McDonald's All-American, Jordan Brand Classic MVP. When you talk about Emoni, I'm gonna try to tap back in because I got some real insight on that.
Okay, for sure, man, for sure. Appreciate your call. I'll be listening to you later. Looking out for you later.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, man. Somebody told me that another player that went to Western Kentucky got laced. I forgot the player's name.
Stay away from Western Kentucky. Get out of there. It's not the move.
You never played with drugs or drinking or nothing, did you, Juice?
Never. I mean, I've been around it. That's the thing. Like, people don't talk about. I feel like people don't talk about it. Like, bro, a lot of people in college, NBA players, NFL players, like a lot of people do it. Like, it's not a surprise, Like, it just sucks that he just got caught with the situation. But it's a pretty normal thing for people to like drink and smoke and do all that. It's just like, since I don't do it, I just ask people like, bro, if you gonna do it, like, you have to be able to live with the consequences. Like, what you're getting yourself into, bro. So. People just kind of ignore that and don't really talk about it, but that stuff is real, bro.
How close were you to ever doing it? Like, what's your closest moment? Did you ever have a moment like where you felt the pressure, like, damn, like everybody doing it, people drinking, people smoking, maybe I should try it and see what it's like? Because people want to try it, and that's when they get hooked. You never had a moment where you said, let me try it?
Never, bro. Because like I'm good with people. I'm good with peer pressure, bro. Like, I don't care what like other people think. I don't care if people call me lame. Like, bro, I've been in so many situations where people calling me lame, this, and that. It's like, bro, but I don't care because it's like that stuff doesn't affect me. And I feel like a lot of people aren't like that. But for the people who are like that, like they understand, bro. Like, you don't need to care about what other people think about you or lame. Like, if you just be yourself, like that's all you need, bro. And I just feel like if you need all that stuff to like function or to think or to eat, like some people can't even eat unless they smoke weed. Like, that's not okay. Some people need a drink every couple of days. Like, that stuff is not cool, bro. When you need something, especially when stuff like that, like people say weed is not addictive. I don't care what nobody says, bro. They're addicted to the feeling of it, which is like the worst. Like, that's the last thing you want. So like, no, bro, I've never like thought about it or came close to it. Like nothing, bro, ever. It just doesn't interest me.
Yeah, I've had my run-ins with marijuana. I tried it when I was a freshman in high school, and honestly, when I tried it then, it wasn't too bad because it was like Reggie. It was like the watered down version. But when Loud like became popular around here, and I tried that, I said, man, I can't do this because there's something else on this, and it's making me feel a certain type of way. I can't handle it, and I left it alone. But I will sip some Lobos. Y'all know I will sip my tequila, man. But we want to keep Zion Harmon in our prayers, man. Do you feel like we're wrong for making Where Zion Harmon videos, Juice? Do you feel like the media is wrong for that? Do you feel like?
I mean, that's like, I personally haven't made a video on it just because, like, I mean, I just don't personally like to like talk about and make videos on stuff like that when it has nothing to do with basketball. But I understand, because you're like kind of bringing awareness to the topic, and you're just simply making a video on like what happened to him, but. I don't know. There's really both sides to it because his situation is a real situation. Like, he's going through it. I'm sure if you asked him if you wanted him to make a video about it, I don't know if he would say yes or no. So really just taking all those things into consideration. That's why I personally haven't like made a video about it, because I wouldn't want somebody making a video about it. Like if I was in that situation, you know.
Yeah, well, the unfortunate thing is, when you're a public figure, when you get that blue check mark on Instagram, hey, people going, people going to run off with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, prayers up to Zion Harmon. Let's talk about Bronny James, man. You made a video this past weekend, and you were disappointed in the team surrounding Bronny James. Gabe Cup showed up. They had the highlights up. I was watching it, and then I look in the comments, and I read the Discord, and I find out that they lost. When I look at these highlights, I'm thinking that they won. And you tell me that they lost that game on that Friday night? Now, Saturday, they ended up winning. I don't know what happened Sunday. It was a lot going on Sunday. I think the NBA came back on Sunday or something like that. I was busy watching that. But you mean to tell me that they lost? And I have mixed feelings about the media. I know we want the clicks and the views and all of that. We want this and that. But damn it, when a team lose, let us know that they lost. Let me know. Juice, I know you gotta feel a certain type of way when you see highlights of certain teams and you thinking that they won. I'm thinking Gabe Cups and Bronny put them to sleep. I'm thinking they won by 20. Just looking at Instagram.
I mean, not gonna lie, bro. Like, cause at first I used to be like that too. I used to be like, damn, bro, like why they post? Like, I get it now, cause it's like Bronny James, Gabe Cups, like they're the highlights. They're the name of the star of the show. Like they're the people who get the clicks, But it's just like, I just feel like if they're gonna do that, if they're gonna show the highlights of them and act like they won or like they're going off and stuff like that, like at least show, some of the other guys that they played against and like at least say they lost or say the score or say who had the most points in the game. Cause it's like they're making it seem like Bronny's going 10 for 10 from the floor. Like, bro, he's shooting like 5 for 16. Like Mike Price, he's shooting like 4 for 30. Like Gabe Cuts, like they're all doing that. And it's like a false image. That's why I feel like people need to stop watching the highlights and stop. I'm not saying don't look up to these guys, but it's like understand like they're human just like you. Like they don't make every single shot. Like they're just there in that position because of like who they are. They have like popularity. People care about them. But man, just stop watching the highlights, bro. Like we watch the full games. It's not like that.
Yeah, do you think they can make Peach Jam? Because you got to qualify for Peach Jam.
Oh no, they're not making it. Like they're probably one of the worst AAU teams. Like with all due respect, like their Strive for Greatness is one of the worst Nike EYBO teams like currently. Let me see for sure.
Hey, 309, you on live with D Rich and Juice, man. We talking about Bronny James. I think he needs help. What do you think?
Personally, I feel like he doesn't really need help because the team he played for, I feel like how he facilitating help everybody else getting involved with the game. I feel like that'll help his development. So when he goes to his senior year to Sierra Canyon, they'll be straight.
We all say that we want Bronny to carry a team, but when we say carry a team, we don't mean actually put the whole damn team on his back. We want to see him at least with some feasible pieces out there, man. They looking not too good in the EYBL. Do you want to see Bronny carry a team by himself, like be the best player on the team, or do you want to see him play alongside with some other players ranked in the top 25?
Well, I seen if he played on a stacked team at Sierra Canyon as a junior and he didn't produce. So can you imagine he has a good team in AAU? What will he do? I mean, would that make him not be more aggressive since he's playing with superstars that'll make him facilitate? If that's part of his game, don't you think he'll fall back? Now, the pieces he have now, they are good. They are getting better each game. So it is helping Bronny development. I just think that he plays with top stars. He don't get aggressive. I think he'll be more facilitating more.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think, I want you to be honest, do you think Strive for Greatness will make the Peach Jam?
I think it'll make the Peach Jam because it's LeBron James. But if we go off the talent-wise, they don't deserve it.
No, so you think they're going to let them qualify like they did Marvin Bagley, who was the number one player in the country at the time. They put them in the Peach Jam, even though they only won like 3-4 games throughout the damn EYBL sessions. You think they're going to put Strive for Greatness in the Peach Jam just because it's LeBron's team?
I believe so. Because if you look last year, Bronny shows up when The lights are bright. He shows up. I think if he gets in, I think he'll show everybody what he's made of.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that, man. I want you to DM me because I'm gonna keep in contact with you just in case they don't make it. Because right now I don't see how they make it, and I don't think they're gonna put them in there just because they LeBron's team. It ain't like they got the #1 player in the country on their team.
Yeah, that's true. But I believe that Bronny can do it, man. I feel like he can do it. Facilitate. I think he'll the guy of the team around, man. I think Bron gonna show up a couple of these games, man, and push Brownie to be the play he's supposed to be.
One last question for you, and I want you to be honest. And Juice, I'm gonna ask you the question next. Will Bronny be a McDonald's All-American next year?
You
taking long. You taking long.
Man, that's a
tough question, ain't it?
That's a tough question. You know what? I'll go yeah.
Yeah,
I'll say it.
I feel like that's a pretty good answer, man. I think he'll be a McDonald's All-American too, whether people agree with it or not. I think he'll be a McDonald's All-American. Thanks for calling in, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yep. Juice, what you think?
Do I think he's gonna be one, or do I think he should be one?
That's two different questions, right?
So I'm saying.
Okay. Do you think he should be a McDonald's All-American as of right now?
Like, I feel like it's not even like an opinionated thing. I feel like it's a fact that he hasn't done anything to be a McDonald's All-American. I feel like that's not even me hating or anything like that. It's just like, what has he really done as far like to be a McDonald's All-American? Because I can name you a lot of guys over him that's like accomplished way more, scored more points, like has a better overall game in this specific time, you know? So it's just like, I'm not trying to hate or anything, but it's like, he just hasn't done anything to be a McDonald's All-American. Or am I tripping?
I feel like
like, what has he done?
I feel like you keeping it real, man. Real talk. I want to hit my soundboard because I kind of want to hold. I'm trying to figure out what sound is on here because Juice keeping it real today, ladies and gentlemen, as he always does. But it seemed like Juice bringing that heat today. No, that's not it. Where my sound at? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure out my soundboard. That's not it. Y'all know where my sound at, man.
This man right here.
But man,
no,
Juice,
what has he done? And it's like I'm telling you, there's a lot of guys that's like better. I'm not saying he doesn't have the potential, like, because I think he does have the potential to be something like amazing, you know, in the future. But it's like in the past 3 years, like his freshman year, like he was not that good, bro. His sophomore year, he was hurt most of the year because of his knee. This previous year, this is the first year that we kind of see him, you know, kind of have more like say in his team. So it's like, but even then, he only averaged like 8 points this year, and he had a lot of playing time as well. So
yeah, man, yeah, you know, we'll see. I agree with you on that front, but I do think that he'll be a McDonald's All-American, man. You know, whether people agree with it or not.
I'm genuinely asking, like, how though? Like, how?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How, you know, how you think?
The only way he can is if he just goes off his senior year. But that's the thing, because you're kind of talking about it with the guy you just called. Like if we're gonna be honest, I just don't think he's like built to be that guy right now. I think Bronny's just like a really good like role player, and so I don't think he's a guy you can just build your team around, just because like he's not a guy who can just score whenever, to be honest with you. And he can be a little inconsistent at times as well. And I feel like to be a guy to build your team around, you have to be like a leader. You have to be able to lead, you know, off the floor with your play style. You got to be able to score the ball. You got to be a dominant player out there. And I feel like he's not that right now.
415, man, you on live with D Rich and Juice, man. We talking about Bronny needs help. I think his team is not suited for them to make the Peach Jam. We also talking about, do you think Bronny will be a McDonald's All-American? You can answer either question. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing today, man? Calling out of the Bay Area, 415, San Francisco.
Hey, what you know about that Thiz dance, man? Mac Dre and them.
I know all about it though, but you know that's from Vallejo. I'm from the city, man.
Okay,
but it's all good.
Okay,
it's all good. What you know about it though?
Hey, I'm from Akron, man. You know, Al Pacino and the Jacket, they used to mess around tough, and then I got hip to like Mac Dre.
Right. That's true. That was one of the spots that went out there a lot.
Yep.
I was gonna answer the question when you were talking about Bronny being a McDonald's All-American.
Yep.
His name might carry him to that, but I don't think his game should. You know, it's gonna be I think he might get that spot, but it'll definitely be taken away from somebody probably more deserving, you know.
Yeah, man. A couple of years ago, a lot of people made a big deal about Sharif O'Neal not making the McDonald's All-American team. And to be honest with you, I didn't see it as a big deal because to me, he wasn't that big of a deal to me. Sharif O'Neal, he wasn't that good. No disrespect. I know he had the hard situation, and I'm glad that he bounced back. But he wasn't a McDonald's All-American to me. People just like to make noise.
Right. And you know what I think about a lot of these kids? I think that they're so comfortable and their dads and stuff are so accomplished that hunger in them sometimes is not there. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're going to make it regardless in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So other than that, the other thing I touched on was, you know, the mixtapes and, you know, the things that come out. It kind of does influence these kids a lot to thinking like these dudes are like gods, you know?
Yeah. We made a video about that. You're probably talking about that where we hype these players up, you know, just to you know, tear them down. You know, similar to Emoni Bates, man. We hyped him up. I wouldn't even say hype because I feel like he can still be a solid player, bro. But we put the Emoni Bates, Kevin Durant thing out there that got millions of views, and then people ran with it. And then now he had a bad season, and now everybody trying to tear him apart, and people are trying to forget about him, man. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
It is, man. But the thing is you know, it comes with it. You know, these dudes are talented and stuff. Like Emoni, I really did think he was the next KD. He's still young. You know what I'm saying? He can bounce back, but it comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna get the praise and you're gonna get you're gonna get the critiques too. You know.
Let me say this about the Bronny thing before you get off the phone. We talk about the hunger, and one thing that I've always said is that I can see the hunger in Bronny's eyes, and it's a different type of hunger. And I say that because if I was in his situation and I don't got to play basketball, my dad is a billionaire, you know, I would let people know I don't have to do this. You know,
Thank you. Exactly.
I don't got to do this.
Say.
You know, so it can go both ways as far as a player not being hungry and maybe him, you know, just playing with nothing to lose, like type shit. You know what I mean? Because he don't have to be out there.
Right.
And, you know, he's traveling, and I know people might say he low managing and stuff like that, man. You know, that is what it is at this point. You know what I mean? But I just appreciate him taking the game serious, and I can see it in his eyes when he's on defense. When he's locked in, and when that free ball is falling, it's falling, and it look beautiful.
Right. You know? You can see the potential. Like he has all the tools for sure. You know, but I have one question for you before I get off. Can I ask you one thing?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay. Will Bryce be better than him?
No.
Okay.
And that's no disrespect to Bryce. I think he's a hell of a shooter, and he's growing tall. But where do people pull this stuff from? And
I don't know. I just don't see it. But I was wondering because I know you're more in tune than me, so you might have seen something like, nah, that dude gonna be, you know. But I don't see it personally. And no disrespect to the kids, I know they kids, you know.
Yeah. And that's why I try to tread. It's a thin line on here. Like I don't want to come on here and bash kids because these kids are better than I ever was in basketball. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Me too.
But I don't think that. No, I don't think he'll be better than Bronny. That's no slight at him, man. He'll be okay in life.
All right, man. D-Rich, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. You have a good night.
You too.
All right. Peace.
Yep. Yeah, Juzan, you know, right? He's a good shooter. He's tall. But I don't see him being better than Bronny right now. You know what I mean? I feel like Bronny has potential, real potential. And the word potential is dangerous, and that's my boy.
Yeah, Bronny definitely, like, you can definitely see, you know, the potential with like just every little thing that he does, you know, like especially like his IQ, bro. His IQ is definitely one of the best, you know, throughout the entire game, like of high school, bro. Like he definitely has potential. You can see it. As far as Bryce, yeah, I don't understand the hype as far as like his play on the court. And like people like are saying, oh, he's 6'6", he's 6'5", but it's like, another thing with the media too, they portray him as if he's just this crazy shooter who's just making every single.
He can't shoot though.
Like,
he can't shoot though.
Bro, come on, like.
Hey, that's not, you know what? Hey, let's get off this. Hey, y'all ain't about to get me in trouble. Let me get off this.
Bro, we're not hating.
Hey, y'all ain't about to get me in trouble. Hey, so
I'm not saying he can't shoot. I'm not saying he can't.
Yeah,
shoot.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're
saying. Like, bro, like just like you were saying earlier with Gabe Cupps and Bronny, like they're making it seem like they're winning games. Bro, they make it seem like Bryce is playing the whole game. Like sometimes he doesn't even play at all. Sometimes he'll play like 5 minutes and just run back and forth.
So, hey, this past weekend, Chris Paul told a young man, "I'll see you later." And I made a video on my Instagram not too long ago about these trolls coming at these players crazy. They feel like just because they bought a ticket to a game, they can say or do anything. I know back in the 70s and the 80s and maybe even the 90s, you could do anything to these players or say anything. You know, it was just that type of time. But these players, they taking what's theirs. They not having that shit, man. Let's just be honest. They not having it. They got max contracts. They're not about to listen to you on the internet and then have you at the game in person talking crazy to them. And you know that if you was on the court in their face, you wouldn't be saying or doing half the things that you do. I like trolls. I actually need more trolls. I like trolls coming on my page talking crazy. I like that, me, myself, personally. But when you got millions of them, like some of those NBA players have on their pages, when I look at their comments, it's insane to me, to the point where I realize it probably is best if you're in that situation to turn your damn comments off. What you think about fans and these players? I don't want another Malice in the Palace, but it seems like it's going to be headed in that direction if they don't get a grip of this, man.
Yeah, I mean, I personally feel like players should be able to talk back to these, these fans. We shouldn't even be calling them fans. Like, I don't know, because if you're a fan, you're not going to do that to like somebody, you know. So, like, I just feel like players should be able to say what they want, clap back, flick people off if they personally want to. Like, they're human beings at the end of the day. Like, because essentially they're doing the same thing that they would do if they were on the street. If some random person came up to you and touched your mom, bro, or pushed your mom, like, you're not gonna just stand there, are you? No, you're not gonna do that. So it's like, how are you gonna fault this guy or find Chris Paul or anybody in that position? It just doesn't make sense to me. And I just feel like fans and people in the crowd, like, they should have more like respect and like self-respect. Like, they be treating like these athletes like they're like animals or something, or they can just say whatever they want to them. Like, that's not okay, you know? So it's really a two-sided thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, I talked about the Russell Westbrook situation where people were calling him Westbrook. And I can understand where people are coming from saying, you know, it's a play on his name. The fans just having fun. I can understand that. But I can also understand Russell Westbrook saying, you know, my kids got to go to school and they don't want kids calling them Westbrook. That's the point that I understand. But I also understand the point where Russell Westbrook, you know, he do all that baby stuff, you know, call people babies and stuff like that. And then when things not going his way, you know, he want to pull the other card out. But man, these trolls, man, I look at the way they come at these players on the internet, man, and I ran into a troll in person not too long ago. Like a troll that don't got a profile picture, like that DM me crazy stuff. And I'm not even on the NBA player level. But when I seen him, I'm like, damn, like this dude really a troll. This the dude that don't got no profile pic, no bio, got Lil Uzi Vert as his picture or something like that, making crazy jokes, crazy messages, like, you know what I mean? So I can't imagine being in a position where this is happening on a daily basis, bro. Like, that's why when people like Drake, I know he's a rapper, but they turn their comments off to where you can only comment if you follow them.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was in the situation of some of these NBA players, that's what I would do. Like, just to piss them off. Like, you can't comment, you can't react to nothing I post because I don't want to hear it. Okay. So then when they see him in person at these games and they looking right at him in the stands and they talking wild, I feel like one of these players are going to approach one of these fans real soon, bro. It's headed towards that. Chris Paul was really pissed off. He already filed out. He wasn't having that good of a game. The series is tied 2-2. I still got the Phoenix Suns winning. Forget the Dallas Mavericks. I don't care if you got the Dallas shirt on. I don't care if I'm supposed to be moving to Dallas. I don't give a damn.
NBA champs, 22.
Hold on, we got my boy Mike Melton on the line right now, man. You know we live. We talking about NBA fans versus players. Also talking about Zion Harmon. What's going on?
What's up, good brother? How you doing, man?
I can't complain. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. Blessed to be here today, man. Yeah, I just got on your joint and I saw some of the topics y'all was talking about, man. And you know, the Zion thing that hurt my heart, man.
Yeah, it was really. And I was telling them, you messaged me and told me about another player that had possibly been hit with the same situation that went to Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I went the year before. Still trying to get all of the details on that one, man. I didn't really know him. One of my guys coached him out in for Hoop Dreams or whatever out in Kentucky, and he told me about it. But the Zion situation hit my heart bad, man, because he played in my tournaments from the beginning when he was like in third grade, fourth grade with Team Glory.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him share the same birthday.
Damn.
So me, him, and Scotty Lewis. So they was my pals, March 12th. All our birthdays on March 12th. You know what I'm saying? So just to see that something like that happened to, or supposedly happened, or whatever, I haven't seen nobody came out and denied anything.
Right. That's what's scaring me.
So yeah. So and I talked to a couple of people, and it's something happened. I don't know all of the details of it, but that's why I go out and speak at camps and schools and AAU practices and events to let them know about drugs and alcohol. And it only take that one time, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That one time can do you in for life, man. That's serious. That's real.
Yeah. And he was so talented, just being able for a kid to be able to play EYBL at 13 years old, 7th grade. That's like back in the day stuff. You know what I mean?
And
it's
people
not really normal.
People think I'm playing when I say that he was really the number one player in the country and he went and proved it everywhere he went. Now, it didn't end up lasting because people grew and caught up to him. But when he was traveling, he was a must-see TV.
Yeah, because he was able to, like, he could come to the Spotlight tournament and play. He'd score 35 in 6th grade and then score 35 in 8th grade in the same tournament.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter who he was playing against, they couldn't speed him up or change his game. Like he played his same game no matter who he was playing against.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that made him special. And the fact that he really used to play like maybe 8 games in one day. He used to play on like 3 different age groups every game though. Like each team, say like he playing 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. He playing in all their games on Saturday.
Yep.
And then come back and play in all their games on Sunday. Like it was like unreal, man. He's the only kid I gave a banner to when they won the tournament. I gave him a banner before. You know what I mean?
Hey,
that's how nice he was.
If everybody tuning in, man, we got Mike Melton on here, B-Ball Spotlight, man. One of the top basketball camps, top tournament programs in the country. When I first came onto the scene, they told me he was a must stop, man, and a guy that I must meet, you know. And that was like 7 years ago, man. The AAU game, it's getting so watered down now, bro. It's getting.
I know. That's when I came out there to. I met you at Sunny Joint out there with. That's when I first saw Emoni.
Yep.
When I came out to the Neo joint, you know what I'm saying? It's tough right now because it's like so much entertainment.
Yep.
And it's so much I'm looking at different people events and because I'm starting to scale away from it and get more into recovery and into my spirituality. So I don't really be on a basketball tip like I used to be before, but it's turning into more of I can't really tell who are the kids that are good, or it's just or who just get marketing on social media by the events. Because you can't, like, everybody get highlights now, everybody get write-ups now.
Yep.
Like everybody, so you can't really, it's hard to tell who can really play and who can't really play.
Yeah, man. Hey, these media outlets are for sale.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's no, and it's kind of, I don't want to sound like an old rapper, but when I got into it, you had to really, and then kind of, you was like one of the last breeds that actually had to make your name first.
Right.
You had to travel around and put in the grind to really make your name known. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you just sit in your basement, come up with a name, go up there, put on some fake rankings for like 6 months to a year. And then you on Instagram, and then you could do a camp or a showcase. You don't even gotta go out and meet people and really have a presence. You don't got to do that no more.
Yeah, that's why, real talk, I'm scaling away. I'm like, man, I'm about to just tap into this. This is what I love doing, coming on here, talking my stuff and, giving advice to the youth.
Now
this is my thing right here.
I got to give you your flowers while you here, though. That, your Instagram thing is so dope, little bro. Like, I like the how you got it set up with the thing in the back and the topics you talk about and your enthusiasm when talking about the subject. You know what I mean? So I think really, Most High willing, if you keep going in the road you're going, you're gonna be blessed to take that to a little higher level because of the energy, and I see the passion that you have for it. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to give you your flowers while you're here, because a lot of people wait till something happened and then tell somebody how good they was.
Yeah, for
sure.
You
know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. I appreciate that. One last question before you get off. Do you think that we are bad for the players in the sense that we hype them up just to tear them down?
I think that I started doing something years ago, and some parts of it I regret. Not in the more sense of like somewhere along those years, the entitlement thing went left. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I only did it once in my life, and I ain't gonna say the kid name or nothing like that, and I felt bad after I did it, but flying the kid to camp and stuff like that starts it.
Oh yeah.
And then it starts snowballing. The difference is now, when I first came in the game, the top player on the high school team, say like a Tariq Evans or a Lance Stevenson, they was the star. They got the extra sneakers. They got the direct contact to the Nike people. They got the parents' flights and hotels paid for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now the seventh guy on the team, his parents coming with those expectations. Now everybody feel like, and I think a lot of it too is, it's not all our faults. I think a lot of it too, the sneaker companies went down too young when they got into the elementary school levels. So now you're playing on a team takeover or a team final or one of these EYBL teams, and you're in the 5th grade. Now your parents, and in your mind, you think you already arrived.
Mm-hmm.
So the hunger that those guys had years ago, these guys don't have it no more because everything is given to them so early.
Yep.
And that's what I'm afraid about with these NIL things.
Yep. That's why somebody had a joke about the players getting drafted. Somebody had a joke about the players getting drafted. They didn't look as enthusiastic and emotional because somebody said they probably already got the bag.
Yeah. And you're looking at, they're not going to really see the impact till they start seeing. See, I think that our kids need more morals and more maturity and more things before they're given these enormous amount of money without learning what to do with it and without having some kind of spiritual basis. Because when you're giving all of that stuff too early, it could lead you down the wrong path. You know what I mean? And then you run into a lot of kids gonna feel like they already made it. And that hunger and that drive, I think it's gonna hurt a lot of kids reaching their full potential because they're giving them too much stuff early, too early. You know what I mean? And now I got like when you got everybody expect you to, I mean, you do a camp, I'm not talking to somebody that don't know.
Yeah.
Now everybody expect to come free. Everybody expect for you to fly them in. Jokers want car service and those are the people, when they get there, they want all the videos and all the write-ups.
Now let me be honest. Let me be honest with you. And Juice, I hope you're listening. I don't trick on too many women, but I didn't trick on getting some players here to Akron.
Yeah,
hey, I done bought some flights. I done bought some flights, boy.
I did it once, and because I was always an old school dude. I did it once, and some people know who it was. I ain't gonna put the kid name out there, but I felt bad because I think that started the ball rolling for a lot of the stuff that came later. The expectations and just feeling like somebody owes them something. See, I think one of the biggest problems is that and I can't blame the parents because everybody loves their kids. You know what I mean? But we're dealing with a generation now that nobody wants their kids to go through any adversity.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make this road as smooth as possible for my son. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Not understanding so I'm gonna move him around middle school AAU. I'm gonna move him around high school if needed. I'm gonna move him around high school AAU, and then he gets dropped off to this man in college. That livelihood depends on your son doing what he tells your son to do. Now you can't come in and save the day no more. And this is when a lot of kids get hit with their first sign of adversity and somebody really telling them no, and then their parents can't come in and hit the switch. So that's why the portal has a lot going on, but it's not only them two, because they don't really talk about the other side of it with how many college coaches are sending kids to the portal. So when you got those two things combined, that's how you got 1,000 and something transfers. You know what I mean? So when you putting those two things together, but it's sad that life is gonna come with a lot of adversity, a lot of things going on. Like I went through something crazy tragic, and I'm not gonna get into that because that's not the subject of this. But had I had a mom, my mom raised me very strict, but she made me tough-minded because I had to figure out a lot of my situations as a kid growing up. My mom used to tell me, go figure it out. You're gonna find a way to figure it out. And I had to figure it out on my own. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of these kids are not built like that. So if I was a mama's boy and she fixed everything for me, I probably would have went crazy, or I probably would have blew my brains out. Because I wouldn't have been mentally tough to be able to deal with what I was dealing with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of these parents, they mean well, but they figured out that they run the asylum now. And now the AAU directors and the AAU coaches and the high school coaches, they're paying the brunt of the situation because the parents will figure out that they really run the game.
Yeah, man. I think that's actually gonna be. I'm gonna have to hit you up because that actually might be a new video. That's gonna be a new video topic, for real. And players entitlement, man. So I definitely appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, you can hit me up. I'm sorry if I talk too long, though.
Oh, no problem. That's all good, man. We get into the emotions over here, man. When you get into the emotions, you forget how long you talking. It's all good.
No doubt. I appreciate you, man. Keep doing your work, all right, bro?
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna hit you up.
All right, no doubt.
Yep. I ain't tricked on too many women, but I didn't tricked on getting some players to Akron to a camp, boy. I'll tell you that. My Cash App nasty when it comes to that. Last topic right here, man. Emoni Bates transferring from Memphis. Juice, I don't know if you probably did you have anything to say about players entitlement? I think that should be a new topic, maybe for the next show.
Yeah. My fault, I was on mute. Yeah, we can definitely let's save it for another video. Let's definitely save it for tomorrow or something.
Yeah, now Emoni Bates, man, is due to make a new college decision here soon. Sources say mid-June. Mm-hmm. My top 3 choices for him, according to the list that he dropped, is Michigan, Eastern Michigan, and Louisville. And I think that it should be Louisville. Kenny Payne is doing his damn thing over there. I made a video about the connection. You also made a video about the connection between him and DJ's granddad, teammates. He also coached at Kentucky for 10 years, New York Knicks for 2 years. He's gonna light it up over there at Louisville. They've been building their brand back up since the Patino situation where he got strippers or something like that for the players. I always thought that's what happened. I thought that was normal, but I don't see the violation. But they're building themselves back up. Juice, where do you see Emoni Bates landing? I think Louisville is a good spot because I feel like he can get his shit off at Louisville.
I mean, I don't care where he goes. I just want him to go somewhere where he feels happy. And that's the thing. Like I want to know like what is Emoni Bates like looking for? You know, I kind of touched upon it in my previous video. It's like, does he want to be like the guy? Does he want to like help get developed to be like an NBA player? Is he wants to play in March Madness? Because if he goes to a school like Louisville, who's like doesn't have other star players on that team, like can they make it to March Madness? Like whenever you make it to March Madness, if you have a good run in there, you can definitely get into the draft. Like you can go lottery, you can go from an undrafted guy to a drafted guy. So it's like, I just want to know what Emoni Bates wants for himself. But, you know, at the end of the day, whatever decision he makes, I just, you know, I'm praying for him, you know, and I really, because it just sucks with just what he had to go through, you know, last year, people calling him trash now and this and that. But, you know, like I said, I'm praying for him, man.
I think Louisville, Michigan, that those are the top two choices for me. Maybe he can go to Eastern Michigan, light it up, MAC conference, not too good a competition. I don't want to see that. I would prefer him go to. We got a call coming in. 309, you on live with D Rich, man. We talking about Emoni Bates, man. Should he go to Louisville? I think Louisville, he can get his stuff off. Nice conference. I don't want him to go to a small school like a Seton Hall or DePaul. I mean, even though they not too small, I don't want to see him go to Eastern Michigan in the MAC. I want to see him go to Michigan or, you know, the school I just named, Louisville.
I think Louisville would be a good school he should go to. I think isn't DJ Wagner getting recruited to Louisville as well?
Yeah, you know, his granddad and Kenny Payne played together. Nice relationship.
Hey, I think that'll be a good tandem. You know, they have, like you said, they built up a good reputation. They're getting everything back in track since the Rick Pitino situation. I think that'll be a great school. Also, any selection he has for his choice, those schools will be great as well. But I think Louisville, then playing with a top recruit, I think he can gather things back to how it used to be and be that phenom everybody know he can be. I
don't think that him and DJ be on the same team, though. I think Emoni Bates go there next year during DJ senior year, and I think Emoni Bates is gone. I think he'll go to the league and declare for the draft.
Sure,
So
I can see that.
Yeah, so I mean, Emoni Bates kind of alluding to it. He put DJ Wagner as his favorite player in his story during the EYBL session. I think it was in Indianapolis. So you got to read between the lines. I don't want to come on here and be too gossipy. I was finna make a video like, oh shit, they better go. You know, I didn't want to come on here and be that guy. You know what I mean? But he is kind of alluding to the fact that maybe they might attend the same university year after year. Kenny Payne, he's a black coach. You know, we on that black stuff right now. Also, you know, Michigan's a good choice. Why not Michigan? You know, they're a good program right by his house not too long ago.
Hey, actually, Michigan be a great choice. You know, actually, Juwan Howard's there.
Yeah,
he can get him NBA ready. You know, he can actually have him with the strength and conditioning, get his body where it needs to be. He still has a lot to do with the strength and getting his body ready for the NBA. But the skill set, I think he's ready for the NBA. No question. No question.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I hate to be one of these guys, but I feel like when he gets to the NBA, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easier, but I feel like when the game slows down in a half court, he can get his stuff off. You know, college they're trapping and it's like ants and stuff. You know, but NBA, you kind of see people get their full offensive arsenal off, man. You know, in the half court. Just my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I think, hey, you can't. When you see a hooper, man, that's a hooper. They get buckets, man. It just also just, you know, the flow of the game and the transition to, you know, college ball. Because, you know, he played at Memphis. I mean, I feel like if you go to Louisville, I think he'll see more competition. But since he's a hooper, like you said, once he get it on, he's going to get it on, eventually be a top 5 pick.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for your input, man. I appreciate you calling for sure.
Oh, one question.
What's up?
So I did some research. Now, with the Bronny situation, with his college, whatever school he picks, will that determine where he falls in the draft? Because I'm thinking like, I think Drew Joyce is actually the assistant coach from Cleveland State. So you think Bronny could be going to Cleveland State?
Oh, don't be coming on here giving me YouTube video ideas.
Hey, man. Hey,
don't tell me Brian about to come back to Cleveland and his son go to Cleveland State.
Hey, Drew Joyce over there, one of his guys, so it's not talked about. I mean, he could still be a phenom and be going to a school where it's big in Cleveland.
Uh-oh.
Hey, throwing it out there.
Yeah, that is a nice connection, man. I appreciate that connection. I might have to do a video on that.
All right, man.
I appreciate you. Yeah. I mean, that is a pretty solid connection right there. But I think that Drew Joyce, he left Cleveland State though. Hold on.
Man, I highly doubt Bronny's going to Cleveland State, bro.
I think he went to the Quints or something.
Bronny's name is too big to like go to a smaller school.
Let me see.
In my opinion.
Yeah, Drew Joyce. Yeah, he left Cleveland State, bro. Drew Joyce went to the Quints with Keith Danbrough, who was Bron's first coach in high school. Yeah, he went to he's the new assistant coach with Keith Danbrough at the Quints. I hope I'm saying.
I just feel like it's unlikely because it's like at that point he would have just went to the same high school LeBron went to. So I just don't see that even happening.
Yeah, man. I feel like this was a pretty good show, man. This is our first time doing something like this, you know.
I'm hungry, bro.
I liked it though. What you think?
Yeah, it's cool. I'm just hungry, bro. I ain't gonna. I'm hungry.
I don't see. Hats off to you, bro, for doing Ramadan, man. Those 30. How many days? 32.
30 days, man. And no eating, no music, no sexual nothing, bro. Nothing.
Hats off to you for that, man. Yeah, man. We're gonna call it a night, man. Appreciate everybody calling in. Hopefully we can do this like once a week. What you think, Juice? I think we should, man.
Yeah, we can. Shoot, I want to do it really like twice a week, to be honest. 3 times, like as many times as we can, to be honest with you. If I'm free tomorrow, we can definitely do it tomorrow too. Yeah,
for sure, man. I appreciate everybody calling in, man. Be sure to join Juice's Discord. His is lit. You know, mine's is on the way up. Any topics or anything like that. And send us this, you know, if you find out some bullshit, the gossipy shit, send it to me. Send this to us. You know, I like that. You know, we all like the clickbait stuff. You know, send it to me. I might talk about it. You know, we all want them clicks. It's your boy D Rich, man. Juice May Hoops. We out of here, man. Holla at y'all later.